is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives.
You're listening to
Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Today I balance two hats jauntily on my one singular head. My regular disc jockeying hat is joined by my occasional chef hat. Yes, I'll be taking you all over 2 Point County as I recount my latest culinary travels when I set out to find the finest foods our great county has to offer. Just a hungry man and his hatchback. It's a tale as old as time.
Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Students are reminded that this is the fun part.
imaginary world is a lot like the real world. There are places, there are smells, there's a chance you'll get lost. After a series of wrong turns, now 60 miles off course, I was treated to the first food of my trip. A wondering puffed pastry and something I believe to be meat. The buttery sausage-style matter mingled playfully with hints of pine from my air freshener. It was unexpected. It was dangerous. It was cold in the middle.
Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. The campus is expanding, even more than usual. Plagiarism is not a belief system. University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt.
If you ask me, Hogsport boasts the finest milkshakes in 2 Point County. At the Oily Cormorant, they'll serve you a traditional malt in an old leather boot and throw in a salt and vinegar egg. You just cannot beat it. Milkshakes are a great tradition. They're in our blood. In fact, I once received medical attention after enjoying a few dozen shakes and was told that my blood was over 60% ice cream. How we laughed.
Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Waiter! Waiter! Oh, the service here is terrible.
You could go out. Or you could stay in. With a bowl of hog logs. You've tried fine dining, but this is swine dining. Only Hoglog cereal combines 4 times of wheat with a salty crunch of crispy pork skin.
Janitor required in bathroom. Students are asked not to ask questions. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. The academic year is now over.
Ricky Hawthorne. There is so much to learn in the wonderful field of gastronomy. Firstly, I suppose, that it's not an actual field, though with all the vegetables and livestock and so on, there may be rather a lot of time spent in a field. There you have it. The study of food really does cover so much ground that we only manage to scratch the surface and talk about grass. Let's have some music, shall we?
Education is non-refundable. Students are reminded that some grades are personal. This is a test announcement, not a real announcement.
Yes, it's that time again. Initiation week. We'll be trying to see through the hazing as every club, society and group with matching hats gets together to welcome their newest members by, well, sort of harassing them a bit.
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. transferable. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension.
It's time for an Initiation Week tip from our resident student expert, Maggie Watmore. I join every club because I don't want to miss out on any potentially precious campus experience. Unfortunately, quite a lot of the events do clash, but if you make a schedule and run really fast between them, you can do it all. You might be known as the person that comes late and leaves running before the end, but you know, it's important to leave an impression.
Now taking students for gastronomy. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. The timetable has now been published. Schedule your lives accordingly. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine.
We're back with our Initiation Week special and how to handle it with style. Initiation Week provides all of us with a lot of choices. But I wanted to take the time to remind you that you don't have to choose any of them. There's something so overdone about clubs on campus, don't you think? Haven't we all had enough backgammon and volleyball? Fun doesn't have to be organized.
If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you. Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember?
New to the Crumley student range. Fish in a box. We at Crumley have been serving fish to 2 Point County for over 10 years. It's a proud tradition, and now it's a tradition in a box. Easy to cook. Wow. Tasty to eat. Wow. You're not sure what it is, but it's definitely in a box. Just like Mama used to make.
There's a fly in here. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. are expensive, and education is priceless.
This has been our Initiation Week special on Campus Radio. I hope our collective wisdom has helped you in some small way navigate the extracurricular minefield. And if it hasn't, well, there's always next year.
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me. No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Staff are reminded to be inspirational. Announcement. Hitting the books doesn't mean what you think it means. students are reminded to be in 2 places at once. Staff are reminded to care about students.
Good morning. You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. You're listening to 2 Point Radio. This is Ricky Hawthorne. It's a few minutes past something. We'll check on those numbers while you listen to some music.
Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. Hard work may or may not pay off. We are approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend.
It's funny how your routines can change after all these years. Lately, I've been enjoying a bowl of hog logs in the morning. It's true what they say in the advert. There just wasn't enough pig in my morning. This next song is for the Hog Log Lady.
The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? The end of year results have been released. Luck won't help you now. The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. The timetable has now been published. Schedule your lives accordingly. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. If you don't know where your class is it really worth going? Announcement. The campus just got bigger, not necessarily better.
Recently, while walking home, I was chased into a tree by a group of students barking like dogs. I went into a primal state of self-preservation, hissing at them like a feral cat. I've learned since that it was some kind of initiation for a society. Oh, I suppose now that I know it was a joke, I can see the funny side. Ha! Young people, eh? The terrifying scamps.
Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. students are reminded to find themselves. Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you.
New to the Crumley student range, chicken stompers. Take the smoothest natural chicken matter from Crumley Farms boneless chickens. Add our secret seasoning and a touch of traditional stabilizing agent and stamp. You've got Crumley's chicken stompers. Breaded for palatability, they really could be anything. Just like Mama used to make.
Students are reminded to set reminders. Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Staff are reminded to care about students.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Here's the weather. Things are looking cold on the pointy mountains. You might want to wear a second pair of shoes. I suppose skis are technically a second pair of shoes. What they lack in terms of providing warmth, they make up for by being a lot like very thin toboggans. Play that music.
There's a fly in here. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless. Education is non-refundable.
I recently joined an amateur plumbing club. Oh, it's a lot of fun. The pipes, the tools, the rush when you blow a valve. The competitive element is one thing, but it's also great training for when something goes wrong at home. After all, with the right attitude and a little experience, there's no problem you can't make worse.
The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. Announcement. Plants need water, remember? Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying.
In the news today, pop star Jasmine Odyssey has everybody talking after sharing an image of a spatula. Fans are debating whether this latest post is a cryptic suggestion of music to come or simply a kitchen-based mistake. It's hard to say, but what is clear is that we'll be discussing it for days.
The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. The end of year results have been released. Luck won't help you now. Summer break would be a convenient time for construction. Skills are non-transferable. Now taking students for Scientography. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
That's the end of our show, but I'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again. Here's to that. Here's to time's relentless advance. Here's to you, 2 Point County. Playing us out, we've got an absolute firecracker. Good night.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. Students are reminded to find themselves. Students are reminded to set reminders. If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me.